Welcome to Singapore. In fact, the track is just behind me. Now, no other track on the Formula One calendar tests strategists as much as Singapore does. Singapore has always been Formula One's strategy crown jewel. No other race combines pit loss, safety cars, tyre heat, humidity, and even lizards on track. The question for 2025: has the hardest strategic challenge of the calendar just got harder? Well, let's break it down together. So, the track itself is defined by many different characteristics. Now, behind me, you'll see there, it's a 4.94 kilometre circuit, 62 laps. Now, ahead of last year's Grand Prix, we reprofiled turns 16 to 19, which disappeared, which was replaced by a 400 metre straight. Now, that cut lap times by around 10 seconds. Overtaking is really hard here. It's a street track. There are 4 DRS zones, but the biggest chances in turn 14. And last year there was a bump through the kink that unsettled the cars. Teams are going to be wanting to be out there to understand if that's the same case this year. Pit lane here is the real story. This year, for the first time ever, the speed limit has jumped from 60 to 80 kph. Now, that will change it by around 4.5 seconds. Singapore has always had the longest pit loss of the year, around 28 seconds. What is that going to do? Is that going to tempt anyone into the pits, especially if we have a safety car or a virtual safety car? Now, going back to the past, from 2008 through 2023, there was at least one safety car every year. 24 safety cars, in fact, in 15 races, many right between laps 28 and lap 38. Now, bang on the pit window. Last year, for the first time ever, no safety car. That's when correlation versus causality comes in. Do we assume the streak will restart? Is it that reprofiling, or was the trend actually based on the amount of margin that the cars take when they're pushing around the pit stop? And if we do get a safety car, we've always got to be aware of a red flag risk hit before you box, because although you save 10 seconds in the safety car, you save all 24, 25 if you change tyres under the red flag. Now, tyres and pace management. Like last year, we have the same tyres, the C3, the C4, and C5 is the soft. But it's not really abrasive wear that we get here, it's thermal degradation. The tyres overheat. That medium C4 is a really good workhorse. In 2024, it actually lasted around 49 laps, with the hard being the safety net. At soft C5, we're mostly seeing qualifying, but we have seen 20 laps squeezed out in the right hands. We've even seen in previous years pace managed with the leaders backing off by 3 seconds a lap just to control temperature or protect track position. A bit like Monaco, not quite as extreme, but teammates can play their part too, opening gaps or dragging rivals back into dirty air. There's some great teamwork between Lando and Carlos a few years ago in terms of giving DRS to protect with the overtaking. Now, if it rains here, and it can, this place becomes an even harder strategic challenge. 2017 was a perfect case study. At first, the drying rate was fast, 1.6 seconds lap per lap. Then suddenly it slows to 0.6 per lap. Well, because it's a night race. The surface doesn't bake dry like most of the places we go to. Sector 3 especially stays slippery. And then the flip. When the slicks work around here, they work. They were 5 seconds quicker than the Inters within 2 to 4 laps. Anybody who mistimed the crossover, out of contention instantly. In Singapore, the rain doesn't just fall, it traps you. You have to get the timing right, and if you get it wrong, the race is absolutely finished. Right, so looking ahead at this year's race, how do you play the crown jewel this year? Baseline, as it always has been, one stop, medium hard, that pitting window around lap 18 to 28. You can extend. We've seen that been able to extend last year. Now, you cover yourself, defend track position, and trust your pace. Alternative 2, you can have a think about the safety car window. Do you want to extend? The whole point in this track is undercut versus covering the safety car. Now, if you can extend and hold out a gap, that's the best of both worlds. The overcut works if you can find clean air. That almost never happens unless you're at the front. And yes, we did mention lizards. There is a track or threat here. Now, they are cold-blooded, so they tend to appear in the daytime sessions, especially P1 and P3. Well, it does sound a little bit silly, but we have had red flags in practice sessions before that have taken up. Even lizards at Singapore can change your strategy. And actually, timing your last run in P3 for practice, we do like to factor in a little bit of spare time just in case we get a lizard-induced red flag. So that's why strategy at Singapore is still the strategy Drone call. Pit loss reduced, safety car street broken, tyres cooking, slow rain crossovers, and even wildlife in play. It's the ultimate test of timing, patience, and nerve. And remember, correlation and causation. 2025 will write its own story. This isn't rolling the dice. This is the fastest chess game on earth. Every strategist is looking forward to this race. Every driver is looking forward to this race. It is a hot, tough race for drivers, for mechanics, especially out there in the heat. And I'm so excited to see who will be crowned King of Singapore. Thank you.